Alright folks, hello and welcome to another Modern stream. Today we're going to be looking at a couple of Primeval Titan decks that did well this past weekend. We're going to be starting off with this approach for Green-White Reclaimer that I actually thought was kind of interesting. We're basically using the same shell, right? We're just using Reclaimer, Dryad, Primeval Titan. But the approach and the play patterns are very different. The first thing, obviously, is what I don't like about it, right? Which is like we're splashing a color, which I'm never a big fan of splashing in green-white lists. But in this deck in particular, I feel like the changes are cohesive enough, and we are kind of going away from the normal play patterns that you would expect for a green-white reclaimer list. So I think maybe it might be okay. So let's start to analyze this a little bit. Number one, we have access to Teferi Time Raveler. This one is kind of interesting, mostly because it interacts with certain cards that we don't have the easiest time interacting with, namely stuff like a Belcher, stuff like a Blood Moon, stuff like things like that. So it's interesting from that standpoint to begin with. And then, of course, there's the fact that Teferi doesn't care too much about Aether Gust. And then it makes sure that our Titans are free to resolve, which is something that's pretty exciting. So I would imagine that that's the big change that this list offers. Uro seems kind of an afterthought, but like, I mean, Uro's fine, right? Like, whatever. Both Growth Spiral and Remand are the other additional cards or added cards. The other different cards, let's put it that way. And we're cutting a couple of other Amber Skull to make room for them. But this is fine. And again, like, it's a matter of being cohesive, right? Like, this allows our deck to play at instant speed a lot better. We can hold up Remand, and then we can also hold up Growth Spiral or Reclaimer Activation. Like, all of those are options that we have available to us. So that's kind of nice. Then we have Gracers as our 1-drop, and we have 3 copies of Gracer. I imagine that the 3 copies of this are not only to shore up the aggro matchups, which I expect to be kind of poor, but also because we have 9 3-drops that we can play on turn 2, sorry. Also, well, I mean, there's also the fact that we can just ramping and putting our ETB tap lands into play in awkward spots is pretty interesting. So this was from a challenge on Saturday, I think. I don't know if it was Saturday or Sunday challenge. I think it was in 10th place. And the only change that I made is this list had 3 Windswept Heath and a Verdant Catacombs. And the Verdant Catacombs literally make no sense whatsoever. So I honestly don't understand why you would play 3 Misty and 1 Verdant. So I just changed it because it just made a lot of sense to be playing Windswept Heaths or maybe the last Misty Rainforest. I don't know which one's better. Probably I think I would still rather have the 4th Windswept Heath instead. I mean, they're Spite Needle, but like your opponent's not playing, you know. Can I shout out? Hi Sarah. Hi Sarah. How's it going? How's it going, Sarah, over there? Having a good Tuesday. All right, we got the 4 path, 4 purge. We're cutting the path from the main deck, so obviously we just have to play those in the sideboard instead. 3 Aether Gusts, and the card that I feels like is gonna be the weakest is gonna be the 3 Veil of Summers. Like, honestly, we recorded the Titan Talk podcast today, and I went on a little rant about how overboarded I think that Veil of Summer is and how bad it actually is. I think that everybody just thinks that Veil of Summer is the absolute nuts, and in reality it has been super mediocre for me, at least in my experience. Maybe I'm just being extremely unlucky, which is possible, but it has been so bad for me. Like, it hasn't been good at all. So I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. Hola Bifus, ¿cómo te va? ¿Todo bien? What's up, Scott? How's it going? Welcome all of you. Hope your Tuesday's going well. think I'm gonna go with a Hallowed Fountain here. We still have the Fairy in our deck, so we kind of have to plan ahead for that. And the question is, do we resolve Dryad on 2 or do we go for Growth Spiral? Spiral digs me deeper into the deck. Glistener Elf. Wow. Estaba justo viendo tu Reclaimer Bootcamp en YouTube. Bien, sí. Se jugó mucho con ese Reclaimer, eh? I think I'm just gonna go for Dryad since we found the land. If I was missing my land drop, obviously I would have played. I guess it's not obviously. I might have still played this because like we can. No, I guess if we miss a land drop, I guess I would have drawn. The good thing is our life total doesn't matter. But next turn we might have to main phase. Oh fuck. Probably dead. Veil loses some of its appeal when you have Teferi. I mean, I think that Veil just is bad. I think that it asks a lot of you, and in a lot of situations, it just doesn't really give you the payoff. Can we top deck the Fairy off the top here, please? Can we top deck the Fairy, please? Just a Fairy. Just draw the Fairy off the top. Nice and easy. Nice and easy, draw the Fairy. Doesn't do it. So we're probably just dead. Because we have no path to exile or anything, right? So we're not drawing towards anything. So if my opponent has lethal, we're just dead. If they somehow don't have lethal, which seems very, very unlikely with Distortion Strike, and 4 cards left in hand. So any +4 just kills me. Pretty unlucky, honestly, that they found the Distortion Strike. They're probably playing like 1 or 2 copies of this. Please play around removal that I don't have. Please play around removal that I don't have. Okay, that's fine. Don't have another one. I don't know what I was expecting. Yeah, you would have been great. Expecting my opponent to not have it. Pfft. Silly me. Silly me! Romance seems pretty bad. Rather bring in Gust and Path to Exiles. Uro seems terrible. Teferi seems great, actually. Maybe we're at PC for a month. We got, and does it feel good to be back? Hype to catch us. Oh, sweetie Feno. What happened? Everything okay? Hell yeah. Ifeno with a tier 1 sub, 20 months continued support. Thank you so much. What's my current no-nonsense list look like? Actually, oh, the PC died. Oh, okay. Brutal. That sucks. I think that Karn is the way to go right now with Feno. We talked about it for a long time in Titan Talk today. I think Karn is the way to go. And if you go to my Stream Decker, you will be able to see my latest lists, which are basically Pant's list, but Pant was playing a Gaia's Blessing in the sideboard, and what I was playing was a second engineered explosives. I don't have it like right here. I mean, you can just go on YouTube, right? Like you know that you always have access to that. Just go on YouTube and find the deck lists there. So turn 1 Reclaimer, turn 3 Dryad. If we find Flagstones off the top, this hand is insane. But even if we don't, like, it's still okay. How did I lose last weekend in the big event? Oh, Kenpachi, you can check it out on Twitter. But basically, what happened is I received a confirmation email with the wrong time for the starting time of the event, so I just left. I just left through it. I didn't play, which was very frustrating to say the least. It was actually quite frustrating. Not too much that I could have done about it though. It doesn't quite do it. Just gonna get an island here. I'm gonna sack that island. We have 2 Temple Gardens here. We should have 2 Temple Gardens. Okay, sweet. Yeah, I was gonna say it would be pretty crazy to not have 2 Temple Gardens there. That really sucks. That's very good for them. We also don't have Blast Zone. Was your Blast Zone when you need it? Yeah, I know. That's the question I'm asking right now. I think I have to take this. Also, my opponent did not activate Pendelhaven there. Now this turn is interesting. I think I'm gonna go for Flagstones. And then we're gonna chump. No, yeah, we can. Yeah, I think what we do is we Flagstones here. Then next turn we chump. Next turn we chump and get a Valakut. And then we just try it and blow up their dudes. They probably have Blossoming Defense. Yeah, but we also have fetch land, so we can we can double ping them. If they have Blossoming, if they have the Distortion Strike again, we're fucked. But that's the only thing. And there's also the chance that this Reclaimer doesn't die. Because, I mean, this is 3 power. My opponent needs to activate, to pump, to kill Reclaimer. No! Oh, okay. I thought I had misclicked on the field there. Whew. Real question. With Shadow and Hammer Time being things, would Colony Garden be a good land to be running? I don't think so, really. En un meta con mucho mono red se puede meter 3 o 4 Arboreal. Sí, se puede. Eso es lo que yo estoy jugando. Eso es lo que yo estoy jugando ahora, Pedro. So let's get a Hallowed Fountain. Let's get a Valakut. Reclaimer dies. Play a land. Play a Dryad. Play a fetch. Trigger. Attempt to kill that. We're gonna go to the other face. And then on second main phase, we can fetch, and then we can fetch again. So we are in combat now, I guess. Is there a reason to do this in combat as opposed to doing it in the main phase? No, right? So we just do it on the main phase. What's up, House? How's it going? How's it going? Ping you. Boom. Turn 1 Reclaimer. Never needed anything else. Seems like a fine setup for me. I like it. This is such a fun thing to happen. Like, just join a league with a Titan deck, immediately get paired against the Infect, where nobody is playing Infect anymore. Like, nobody ever is playing Infect. And I'm keeping this hand even because I'm a maniac. Absolute maniac. But this Vesu I can copy my opponent's land, so it's fine. Or we can just draw Reclaimer off the top. That would also be acceptable. Breeding Pool, excellent. Never lucky. I could have, now that I drew the planes, maybe I should have played this first. I think this is fine. The bad thing is, like, this Elaramu Skull is not very good right here. Because we're missing out on a lot of potential Spellskite. Oh, please activate Inkmoth Nexus. Oh, please activate Inkmoth. Please swing with Inkmoth next turn. Please, 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 please. Because that would be hot. That would be really hot. Alright, so we're playing that guy as a blocker. That's fine. And I guess I'm pitching this Dryad to the force, am I? Like, it's crazy, but I just think that the Fairy is enough. We could all just pitch the call. Yeah. I will block your Glistener Elf. Boom. Boom. Yeah. Redirect that one. Redirect that one, opponent. Sergio coming back with the Prime Sub for 20 months. That's a lot. It's a lot of months. Wrecked! Get wrecked! How wrecked can somebody get? Ask opponent. Ask opponent how wrecked somebody can get. Wait, I can bounce Dryad Arbor? Oh. Time walk you. Time walk you. Whoo! Woo! Whew. Oh man! Oh baby! What just happened? What just happened? We were losing here, and then we were not. Do I prefer this Reclaimer Dex or Amulet? It's a question that everybody asks all the time, and the question is, the answer is it depends. Depends on the metagame. Thalia coming back with the Prime Sub for 15 months. Thank you so much, Thalia. Welcome back once again to the Primetime Stronghold. Is my opponent gonna kill the Fairy here? I mean, they kind of have to, right? Why is Force in? Because of that. Did you just see what happened? They're going face? They're going face with that? But they can't cast it anymore now. Because the Fun Raveler says that having fun is not allowed. So I guess they have another one? Draw step? What? We're missing our land drop here. So we can Growth Spiral plus Gracer. I guess I have to because I need to hit my land drop. Land? Yes. Yes. So this is a blocker now. Just a random 0/3. And then we have Reclaimer activation. What's up, Kevin? How's it going? So Distortion Strike target nothing. Target nothing. Distortion Strike target what? You want to announce your rebound trigger? You want to announce your rebound trigger, opponent? Remember last turn when you attacked me instead of attacking the Fun Raveler? Hope you learned something there, OP. Bad matchups? What? Where? I don't see any. Bad matchups? Where? What are you talking about? We don't have bad matchups here. We don't have bad matchups here. What's up, Giuseppe? Oh, yeah. I'm having fun. I'm having fun so far. You may often say you hate Gracer, but you like its big butt and you cannot lie. Oh yeah, I like big butts and I cannot lie. Innocent Titan Man moments before getting Gust locked against blue. I mean, we have the Fairy, right? Also, this deck by design is good against Gust. It's impossible to get this thing centered. I feel like whenever I put it, it's just off center anyway. Is that good? That's not good either. Anyway, whatever. Let's play the games. I mean, this hand is fine against any deck against which Remand is good. Oof, baby. Let's go. Yeah, John, you're asking a bunch of questions expecting, you're asking a couple of questions expecting like heuristic answers, and that's just not what it is. Both of them have, all of the cards that you have been naming, even the decks, like even Reclaimer and Reclaimer versus Amulet, like this right now, I think that Reclaimer is better than Amulet, but like not that much. And it also depends on which version of Amulet. It also depends on which version of Reclaimer. It also only takes one thing to change in the metagames for everything to be completely upside down again. So looking for heuristic answers like that is just doing you a disservice. Like you just want to, know which decks are pros and cons. Which decks pros and cons are is what I meant to say. I guess I should have kept the Remand hand, huh? And then kind of like go from there, basically. But you shouldn't just look for, oh yeah, this is how this works. Boom, like that's it. Because that's just not how this kind of deck work. This kind of decks work. That's what I should have said. Well, we have turn 3 Tron opponents. Holistic answers. Oh, I said heuristics, but maybe my accent is kind of weird sometimes. Heuristic. It's a form of saying absolute. Like I'm looking for basically John is asking for like absolute answers, and there's just no such thing basically. That is brutal, man. I really wish I had found land because now the card's gonna plus, and I'm gonna have to pitch this card that I don't want to pitch because I have to remender, dude. This Titan that I want to pitch, that I don't want to pitch. Hopefully they play their stuff before plussing. Womp womp. Oh, we draw Titan off the top? If we draw Titan off the top, we're looking good. Titan? We lose to the second card, right? Like I can attack the card there. It just doesn't do anything, so I'm just gonna pack it in. Oh wow, our sideboard is not ready for Tron. We don't even have Ghost Squad. Oh, we do have Ghost Squad. Never mind. Oh, I didn't change the art. Ugh. Gross. Now I'm stuck with this ugly ass Ghost Squatter. Yeah, this deck doesn't seem well prepared against Tron. As in, we're probably gonna really struggle to win this matchup. What do you mean now my wife is a robot? She's always been a robot. Everybody that's up to date with the F-Publish lore knows that my wife is a robot. Don't dismember me. Okay, that's fine. I mean, this hand does the thing. And this hand does the thing pretty well. If we find an untapped land, we're going to be in really, really good shape. Just gonna get the engine going here. Flagstones. Untap land? You got my Flagstones, dude. Ooh. Alright. So now we get to, depending on what they do, we get to grow Spiral or we get to remand their stuff. Because they're going to have the Natty Tron. They're playing Tron, right? Like there's no way they don't have the Natty Tron here. Wow. So we're just going to grow Spiral. And I guess I'm still in a situation where I want to draw lands. Sure, go nuts. Boom, boom. So we can find a bounce here. Because if I find a bounce, that means that I get to Titan plus hold up remand. Here we field plus Valakut. Sure. Could have also double fielded. They don't have Ulog mana, so I don't care about anything they do here. Boop. Remand. Cycle that relic away, OP. How dead do you want to be? You can cast Ugin next turn. Yeah, I know, right? That Ugin is gonna resolve next turn. Don't worry about it. Actually, it wasn't gonna. But still. There's always hope. Well, this hand is just bad. This hand is somehow worse. We're gonna go to 5 and something tells me that my opponent's 6 cards are gonna be better than my 5. I am so ready to pack it in. I'm gonna play my Semi-Growth Chamber. My opponent's gonna play their Karn Liberated. They're gonna minus on my Semi-Growth Chamber. I'm gonna concede the game. That is the sequence that's gonna happen here. Okay. That one we might be able to beat. If it's just Wormcoil. I feel like everybody ever, anytime their Tron opponent goes turn 3 Tron, tap all my mana, and then it's just like, whew, just Wormcoil. That is like the always. That is the feeling that I feel like everybody feels always. I don't think I've ever not felt that. Dryad, maybe? Okay. This means we get to Remand and we also get to Growth Spiral this turn. It seems like my opponent is setting up the Mog, which we cannot realistically beat. So that sucks. Well, if they just have a bunch of nothing, because they played this before combat, so Blast Zone. Blast Zone. Castle would be nice. Just gonna get a Burning Pool tapped here. Just slamming Titan, we need more mana. And I think we do this because I need to be able to, like, if my opponent plays a Karn or something, I need to be able to make sure that this Dryad is actually a threat. Join Mate while watching me? Hell yeah, Ivan. You know what's up. You know what's up, alright. Can you please not kill me this turn? There it is. Yeah. Our move to 5 is going to be a little bit lackluster. Doesn't surprise me. Wow. Ghost Quarter off the top. Ghost Quarter one time. One time Ghost Quarter. Allow me to punish my opponent for sacking these expedition maps for no reason. God damn it, we couldn't punish them. Yes, always yield. So any land casts the Mog, which I'm not excited about, but it is what it is. Oh, we knew that they had that. Control Freak with the raid. Thank you so much for coming here. Playing some amulets. Amulet, no, this is not amulet. This is Green White Reclaimer. We're not doing great. This is Bant Reclaimer, actually. It's a list that did well over the weekend. A fetch line would have been nice, actually, there, right? If I had found a fetch, that would have been 12 damage. Opponent goes down to 5, they go down to 3. But we're just Ghost Quarter. Yeah, 1 turn too late. Can't beat the Olamog. A bounce land to save Valka. That would have also been interesting, but like our bounce land was in play, we have only one, and the Vesuva was also in play. So, but yeah, if we had found the fetch and we would have been able to bring my opponent down to 3, I would have been able to, like, I would have continued playing that game with my opponent at 17, like, and then resulted in a Lumog. There's just no use in trying to play it out. So I'd rather just move on to the next one. What was the prediction? Frank gets 5-0 this league? Oh no. God damn it. Somebody. So it was 10 versus 20k? Jeez. People have no faith in me. And to be fair, I literally just lost, so it makes sense, but... My opponent says, oh snap. Remember that kid playing Amulet you made fun of? That was his older brother playing Tron. I don't know who you're talking about. Wait. I think this is my... Is my opponent... Steven? God damn it. Steven is from my LGS. Great player. He actually won the regionals that I top 8'd. Motorboatum. Playing Lurrus. Probably Shadow. Like Steven really likes like prowess style decks. He does really well with those. At one point he was playing a lot of Grixis Shadow. So maybe he's on Black Red Shadow, which yeah, it doesn't surprise me. It's like in between prowess and Shadow. Untap land one time. Untap land. Flagstones. Easy. We also don't have Radium Fountain. Man, there's a lot of lines that we can't really take with this list. Mildly annoying. So here we can remand some shit. We can also Growth Spiral. We can also activate Reclaimer. Tons of options. Tons of options. Yeah, Inquisition is gonna resolve. There goes Remand. Wait, he kept the one-lander? Whoops. I think we are gonna Growth Spiral here. Yes, yes, yes. Hiding this, don't want to show him. Do you reckon he just said, "Oh, this is friend from LGS"? It's probably just on some Titan shit. I mean, I don't know why he wouldn't say that. We've played against each other multiple times. I think I have a pretty positive record against him. Just you know, humble brags. Don't worry about it. I mean, yeah, we're gonna cast this. Shit, they take a much better card now. God damn it, that didn't work out as intended. I mean, it was obviously still correct to do that, but obviously it didn't work out. I mean, field is active here, so that's something. I don't think bog is gonna matter. Sure. So that means Reclaimer gets to survive once more. It's gonna crack the bog. What are we doing here? I think I'm just taking the damage from the Soul Scars. Because we can keep the Scourge at bay. Remand! You have to scream it out loud, you know. Remand! Can't attack. Don't attack, Steven. Gonna get ya. Things are looking good now. Black stones. That's a Zombo. Zumbo. More Zombos. More Zombos, I said. More Reclaimers. Your turn. So LGS and Israel, that means for us is... Oh, wow. We're learning new things about the Fran lore. This is very exciting. So, 1, 2, activate this. Vesuva field. Play another one of these. So you attack, they block, block, block. They take 8. That's not enough. So I guess we just chill here. And then we attack for lethal next turn. There's no reason for them to, like, you know, be able to cheese me out with a battle raged Scourge. Find out I was actually a Titan all along. On the next episode. This is gonna take a while. Those are my blocks. Kirby lost earlier against Rakdos Charm. Look out for that. That is hilarious. Rakdos Charm is actually delightful. They have moons, which I want to watch out for. I guess I'd rather have the fairies than reclaimers, right? Like, we just saw how busted reclaimer is, but like on the draw, like the likelihood of reclaimer surviving is basically 0. How long have I been playing Titan decks? Since 2014. When I came back into Magic after a 12-year break. 10-year break, not 12. I think I'm keeping this. No Lurrus, so they have Blood Moon, obviously. That's what no Lurrus means. Primetime is really an addictive Magic card. Yeah, it really is. It's just so great. Shit. Ugh. On my path is Soul Scar. I feel like I have to path the Soul Scar. It's gonna be so much damage otherwise. So we can get a mountain or a mountain. We can get a forest or an island. We have the plains already. The forest lets me cast more cards, but the island lets me cast Gust, which answers the moon. God damn it. I think I'm gonna risk it and I'm gonna go for the forest. And then I'm gonna top the Cater Gust and I'm gonna be very, very sad. Will I stop playing Magic if Titan gets banned? No. You told new toys these other good decks are getting. We should get some a little more fast bond. Nah. We're fine. We are fine. There's definitely a chance that I end up drawing into Fairy. So I want to make sure. Wow. Yeah, I mean, people think that I'm a one-trick pony, and like rightfully so. but I do enjoy like many decks. Like for example, I do enjoy Dead Shadow a lot. I think that Dead Shadow is super interesting to me. I think Cryptic command decks are very interesting as well. I do enjoy like playing Jund. Like I don't think it's good at all, but whenever I played Jund, I actually had a good time. So like obviously I'd rather play Titan decks, right? Like clearly that's what I like doing the most. But like if they ban Primeval Titan, like I think it would be a mistake, but if they did ban Primeval Titan for whatever reason, like that doesn't mean that I would stop playing Magic. In fact, like the very first deck that I just got really into was Pod. So it wasn't even a Titan deck. So they don't have another Bolt, otherwise I would be dead. They don't have TBR, because otherwise I would also be dead. But is there anything that saves me here? I think the answer might be not. I don't think there's anything that... Udo into an answer to this, or just more lands, that's also fine. Just more lands. Keep 7-card hand with 2 spells and 5 lands. Draw land on all 4 of my draw steps. Nice and easy. On the play, Reclaimer is a lot more exciting. So maybe on the play I'm gonna cut the Tefs. Maybe the Gusto. Maybe I should have sided out a land on the draw. Maybe we should have sided out a land. Let's do that. Sure. So we're gonna get a breeding pool here. What 7-drop do we both tighten into? That's a good question. So I'm gonna try to basically hang on to this path for as long as I can. I think I want to spend this turn to Gust instead of giving my opponent something they can push. Narset Cannon. Remember Narset Cannon? What a joke. What a joke. Lurrus with the new tripod sounded awesome, but then I checked what the only CMCL warrior is. Narset Cannon was like these, one of the very few decks that could actually kill on turn 1. Like you actually killed, right? Like it was, you were presenting lethal damage on turn 2. On turn 1, sorry. But it was like, you would do that like not very often, let's say. I think I'm just gusting this Swift Spear. Something tells me that we're gonna get mooned here. And that's why what just happened. But that's not even that bad, because then Reclaimer just gives me a basic. And we can call for a Dryad, so that fixes our mana. Like, it's obviously not great, but like it's not the end of the world, you know? Just calling for a Reclaimer here. Huh. Should we call for Odo? I mean, calling for Odo is kind of gas. But I guess we're not really that close to casting it. I guess I'm gonna go for Reclaimer. Like, he clearly doesn't have another answer. There's Suchi with the raid. Thank you so much for that. I think I'm just gonna play this so I can get a basic plains. Play around Moon very nicely here. And if we end up with Reclaimer, I think that we're gonna win. We can also just path our own Reclaimer. It's not out of the picture. Push. I think we do that. Something good. Or a blank. That's also fine. So at this point, I think that he has a moon 100%. Land. Try it. I guess like he can still have discard spells, unfortunately, so we probably have to do that. How do Moon and Dryad interact? The one that comes into play latest is the one that's in effect. No, it doesn't overrule Blood Moon. Whichever one came into play last is the one that's in effect. think I block here. What can he do? He can bolt the Dryad, but that's fine. Timur Battle Rage. Sure, that's a way to do it. I have Field of the Dead in my deck, so I'm not fetching for that reason. That really sucks though. I continue to draw blanks here. It's not something I'm excited about. So now we're gonna get Mooned, which takes a lot of our outs out. This is frustrating. This is frustrating. I mean, if we draw a Titan, we're still in okay shape, I guess. There's no reason to play that. I'd rather play around something like Culligan's Command or whatever. The amount of blanks that I've managed to draw are impressive. Okay, that's not a blank. Oh, that's right. So we want to see Celestial Purge. Celestial Purge? We can also find a Lion. The good thing is that Blood Moon actually makes their shadows kind of awkward. Because like they cannot shock themselves. So like this Uro might be enough to win the game. Like if we find another blue sword, we're not going to because we're never lucky. But even a Dryad does it here. Like Dryad wins. Dryad wins, Basic Island wins, Titan also wins, Illilamber Skull wins, what else? Because we have enough to call for Dryad into Uro. We'll probably have to watch out for Boil at this point though. Maybe that's why my opponent's tanking. They're thinking, what if I Boil here just to destroy this one island? It's probably correct. Explosives are 0. Sure. It is, no, TBR. 6, 9, then 1. Is that enough? I mean, if they don't draw anything, this should be enough. Blue, green, blue, green. So there's a bunch of things that we lose to, but like now there's also a bunch of things that we don't lose to. So that's nice. Please don't kill me. Don't kill me. Ah. I mean, I'm surveying, right? If I attack and I don't find anything, let's say I find another blank. So not an answer to this. I guess that this doesn't do anything anymore anyway. But like not an answer to the shadow. I think I have to attack and then I chomp the shadow. Like we're dead to TBR, but we were dead to TBR last turn anyway. But this puts my opponent on 2-turn clock. It gains me some life. I can't believe how many. Ah! Oh! God damn it! We're not even halfway through our deck, and this is definitely way more than half of our lands. This is fucking insane. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It is exactly half of our lands. Time to cut lands? Never. Exclamation point spike. I mean, I'm all in at this point though, right? Like, I attacked. So I am definitely all in. In fact, it would have been not the worst if my opponent... Purge. Purge! Yes! Okay, what does that do? So I have to attack first. My opponent knows about this purge. So what I have to do is I attack first. We get our trigger. Oh, that's something. And then I purge the shadow. If I purge the shadow, opponent pushes here. Yeah, we purge here. So this gets exiled. He pushes here. Or he just takes lethal. That's the other one. Wow, what a game. That was pretty awesome. They push Dryad and it's over? What do you mean? No, like this is so much better, right? Because if they push the Uro, we just recast it. That's the thing. Purging, yeah, Purging Mole still triggers Revolt. Like Revolt is gonna be triggered anyway. Yeah, I could have gone for Moon into Titan, but like Uro is just winning. And then that actually gives my opponent the out of potentially, like, if they push my Dryad and I make some zombies, their shadow is an 8/8 and they can sneak in a win through another Timur Battle Rage. Playing against the Chief. This is a fine hand. For those of you that don't know, Squad Chief, great player, fellow streamer, good dude. Definitely check out his stream. He's great. I think that he targeted me, so I guess we do this here. Just get a breeding pool, Grazer, put this field into play. Turn 3 Titan, no big deal. That sucks. Okay. So what are we doing here? I guess that there's the possibility that I find another fetch on, and if I find another fetch, then I can Memory Climber a 3/4. Never lucky. It's okay. The art assist. When the drum stream? That's a good question. Those are the questions that people ask. Hammer time does look hot lately. It's looking pretty good right about here. Maybe get hammered next turn. My opponent doesn't have a flyer, so I think I'm just gonna gain some life here. So this makes Reclaimer a 3/4. So I don't think he has another hammer unless he naturally draws it off of this hammer or of their draw step. So I think... Huh, he's doing stuff main phase? Weird. Oh yeah, it is a party over here, Steven. You were invited all along, but you weren't here. So we have our Semi-Growth Chamber in hand, which is just awful. Because now we can't have an untapped Ghost Quarter. So if Chief has Colossus Hammer, we're just dead. Damn it. But this just adds too much power to the table to not do it. Like, obviously he's gaining 13 and we're losing our Titan, but... Wait, he took it? Okay. Someone wanted to contribute to the stream. What is your preferred method? Gift subs or bits? Thank you, Donnie. Whatever your heart tells you should be fine. Yeah, so he just has lethal here. So what they do is, like, Sigarda said, allows them to play the Colossus Hammer on... Oh, he's gonna activate again. That's the other way to do it. Yeah, we just needed... Just need Ghost Quarter. Gifting 20 tier subs? Donnie, that's ridiculous! Holy shit! That's so many tier subs! Donnie, thank you so much for your support. that's incredible. Thank you so much. Wow, that's so many names. That's so many names. Jesse Fuller, Agradem, Hardbur, Poseidon Red, Caraxi, Titan Talk to Me, Caskelols, The Kingpin, Pelat Pirlo, Janky, The Lost Boy, Lors Danny, Cub Game, Nexus, Oliver, Scrapdog Millionaire, Payday Nin, Dompish, and Shosoy Mathe. Welcome all of you to the Primetime Stronghold. I think we're gonna be muting the desktop audio for for a second. Alright, so we died. These are good though, and these are bad. Bale doesn't do anything. Purge, Gust. None of these do anything. Sweet. Boom. What's the new goal? Wait. Is that 20 more? Is that 20 more, or is that just the same 20 that went by again? God damn it. Whew. Donnie, that's insane. That is ridiculous, Donnie. Thank you so much. Well, all of you also. we're gonna we're gonna have the notifications showing up for a while, so I'm just gonna mute them. John Herbert, Leoson, Paddy Ville, Thomas Nopi, Next Steps, Sir Chiefs, Jessup the Fish, Brady Connor, Walker, Airplane, Mark Chalice, YMTG the Boat, Reflux, Flabadave, Darksteel ED, Arkish Dahond, Dreadnought, The Professor, and Destroy Target Land. And oh, and Dork Throne. All of you. Wow. It was payday for Donnie. Yeah, I know. Thank you so much, Donnie. Really appreciate it. In the meantime, we're just mulliganing hands here. Just mulliganing hands. But it's fine. Everything is fine. Everything's perfect, actually, if you asked me. That's so many subs. I really, really appreciate it, Donnie. Thank you so much for your continued and loving support. If there's anything that you would like to see on the stream, for sure, we can for sure hook you up. I will talk to my people, and I'm pretty sure that we're gonna be able to hook you up if you want to see anything. I was already pretty stoked about doing. I was already pretty stoked about trying to make a Spyro the Dragon stream. So I'm looking into using. Like something to stream from my PS, like from my computer, but from the PlayStation, right? So hopefully I manage to get that going. That would be great. Drunk Dino stream. Yeah, I guess now we have to figure out a goal too. It's too much pressure. I think I'm getting just Reclaimer. Think we're doing Dryad instead of Voodoo? Dryad into Reclaimer. And one more sub, because 40 wasn't enough. So we have still one more sub from Donnie going to Lithoniel. You've gifted 116 gifted subs to the channel, Donnie. That's ridiculous. That is just so much. That is so many gifted subs. That's incredible. Thank you so much, Donnie. Well, we're dead to multiple things here. I guess we're dead to just double hammer. So if Chief has double hammer, just go nuts. Just kill me. Also, they put the Paralyze... Oh, no, they put the Paralyze Mantle in the correct one. We're just dead here, I think. It needs to be second hammer, and they never not have it. I muted the things, but I'm still hearing them in my headphones, which is hilarious. Look at this. Look at Streamlabs. Streamlabs is going nuts. Streamlabs is going completely nuts with all the with all the gifted subs. This deck feels like Infect. It feels like Infect, but it feels like a lot more. It's more resilient than Inset. How do you feel about Legacy Crack the Thumbless deck? Oh, I'm into Legacy. I'm gonna be streaming Legacy tomorrow, Donnie. So if you want to check it out tomorrow, we can do it. Do you want to send me the list that you'd like to see? Is it something similar to like the Delver list that Everos was playing the other day? It's Infect and this one's purple. It's Infect, yes, but at the same times, it's Infect that only has 4 cards that it needs to win. Like very often, like it's only about Sigarda Sade. Like if you don't draw your Sigarda Sade in your opener, like the deck is kind of non-functional. If you have Sigarda Sade, the deck is capable of doing some silly things. But if you don't have Sigarda Sade, the deck is almost non-functional. So it's a lot more. There's a lot more variance in that deck. Oh yeah, for sure. Should I just concede? I guess I'm gonna play it out because it's my first league with this deck, but I kind of want to just concede because we can't beat this deck. Oh yeah, okay. We can go to the next one. I guess Veils are kind of okay. Purge as their Sashiok. I guess that's fine. Moniz was a true prophet calling that 2-3 on game 1, yeah. He jinxed me. Yeah, I was thinking about Force. We know that they're not playing in Snare Bridge because they have Lurrus, so that's good. Never scoop with Uro in your deck. I think that you are misevaluating how this matchup actually plays out. Green Wave Glimmer decks with Coastal Lake. Yeah, I've been playing Coastal Lake in my sideboard too. Coastal Lake has overperformed for me. Yeah, Coastal Lake turns it from an unwinnable matchup into a winnable one. Like, I don't think it breaks the matchup in half or anything. And I think that if you're playing against a good mill opponent, the good mill opponent knows how to circumvent Kozilek. If you're playing against a bad mill opponent, it's a lot easier, obviously. But yeah, usually good mill opponents can work around it fairly easily. On my opponent, obviously, it's a very, very good mill opponent because they have managed to get double crab both games, right? And that's what good mill players do. Just draw double crab. Blue, 1, white. Bounce that one. Guess I'm probably bowing myself. Well, I guess we have to play this here. The good thing is the Teferi allows me to play an Archive Trap, which is nice. So, like, I can fetch and not have to worry about Archive Trap, which is pretty cool. It's a Mesmeric Orb. Sucks a little bit, but, like, if we draw a Titan, we're just fine. Just gotta yield to this nonsense. Boom. Boom. Keep that one. Bounce that one. God damn it. They're missing land drops, and we know that they have a Ruin Crab in hand. I'm trying to figure out whether I should play this or not. I think that the answer is not. So this makes me mill 3. No, but no, I think that the answer is actually yes. It means that we milled 3, but we have not milled the prime time just yet. Okay, so they found the land, which is terrible news for us. This probably means that we lose now. There's prime time. Probably gonna get surgical. Yep. On the plus side, Valakut is still there. Uro is also still there. Is there Sanctuary in this list? No, we're not playing enough islands to make Sanctuary work. But that's prime time and now it's gone. Here's the orb. We're gonna mill a bunch. Not enough islands. This is 6 islands. I mean, that's technically true. And everybody knows that being technically correct is literally the best kind of correct. Can we naturally find our Valakut? Because that would be hot. The only problem, obviously, is that then we have to destroy it once my opponent tries to field it. But Udo, Valakut. Udo, Valakut. One time, Udo, Valakut. I mean, I'm basically the unluckiest. The actual unluckiest. Has there ever been anybody unluckier than I am? Second Mesmeric Orb. Well, that's messed up. So now it's basically Valakut or bust, I guess. Valakut. I guess that's Valakut next turn. Is Vesuva gone? Nope, definitely not attack. Is Vesuva gone? Seems like Vesuva's not gone. So my opponent should just pass. Yeah, this is definitely pretty heads up from my opponent. So Valakut is not one of my top 2 cards, so I'm just gonna... Oh, that sucks. Oh, Udo, fancy to see you here. Fizzles the Field of Ruin. Surgical my Udo. Yeah, go nuts. They paid life for that? Oh, let me punish them, please. Let me punish them, please. If we draw Vesuva or we draw Valakut, we actually win. What? Vesuva or Valakut, 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 Vesuva or Valakut. Let's do this, chat. Let's do this. I have faith in us. Vesuva or Valakut and we win. Let's go. Well, I guess that we have a couple of redraws. Yeah, I guess if we are not untapping, right? Like we're dead if we untap. Wow, we had no business winning this game. We had no business winning this game. Out of here. Land. Land. Fuck at you. How does it feel to be this good? I have to say it feels pretty damn great, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, to be fair, my opponent threw this game, right? So I needed a little bit of help to win this one. I did a great job at identifying my outs. Thank you, Levi. Yeah, I feel like that is something that it's very often just... it's just very often misunderstood. Like one thing that I say very often, my opponent is playing the 61 card special, let's go. One thing that you will hear me say very, very often is, well, if I draw this, I win. And like, sometimes it's easy, right? Like we have the meme, if I draw a Titan, I win, right? Like that's the meme, but sometimes it takes a little bit more. And I think it's very important to recognize, yeah. It's very important to recognize what your outs are so that you can play in such a way as to maximize your outs. I'm gonna fetch because I can protect myself with Veil. Hedron Cravarino. I guess that they could technically have another... They could technically have like a discard spell, so... So we draw a card and we fizzle. Oh, they have the Archive Trap. Maybe I play this. Yeah. Wow, they have double trap. Oh no, they have visions. Exactly enabled. Wow. Okay, well, this Veil of Summer looking rather silly right now. I think I actually punted this game away. Like there was no reason. I just wanted to cycle the Veil, but really there was no reason for me to want to do that. I mean, obviously my opponent had the absolute nuts, right? Like I don't think the only way my opponent's hand could have been better is if they had like another Archive Trap, right? Okay, yeah, just gonna pack it in. I don't think that we can ever win that matchup anyway, so I'm not too upset about losing it. This deck was okay. I think that it has a couple of holes. Like I don't think this deck is better than Green White Reclaimer, for example. It is better against certain decks, but at the other hand, like we have no removal game one, so like we played against Hammer Time, and it's just like, well, like I guess that I literally cannot interact with what you're doing because I have these silly remands in my hand that are remanding your 0 and 1 mana spells, so like that's not great. So cool. So I can imagine this deck being like a medical. With how high everybody is on Hammer Time, I don't think that it's a good idea to be playing this build. Also, like we missed Blast Zone, we missed we played against Tron and Tron just lost. Tron just felt straight up unwinnable. Like we can never ever win this matchup. Honestly, I think that the sideboard is very poor. The sideboard just looks very, very bad to me. Like I don't think this sideboard has any good plans. Like it's just an agglomeration, a conglomeration, I guess, not agglomeration, a conglomeration of just like objectively good and reasonable cards and just thrown together, but like not really with a plan. Because like if you have a plan, then that plan has a bunch of holes, right? You could have like a bunch of one-offs that allow you to have game against certain decks. Like we could have Apparition to answer like some stuff. We could have Raminap to have a fighting chance against Tron. We could have anything to answer opposing graveyard decks besides Bojuka Bog. Like if we get paired against Oops or Belcher, like we're literally just cold to those decks. Like we have 3 remands and that's it. So I just feel like this deck just has a little bit too many holes against just a couple too many very important decks. So like it's a cool idea, but I think it's like you're just taking up so many slots to play these blue cards. And in reality, all of those blue cards that you're bringing in, they are helping you against the other control decks, that's for sure. But like you don't really have a plan. Like I felt so helpless against so many decks that I faced today. So, yep. That's gonna be it for this league. I don't think I recommend this list as is. If anything, you can potentially make some changes, but like I feel like it's just worse than other decks that are trying to see something a little bit differently. But this was fun though. This was fun. Had a good time playing this deck. Of course, this kind of deck is very exciting to me because this engine is just so powerful, and I just really enjoy it. This list is just trying to do too much. On the contrary, I think that this list just doesn't do enough. It does a bunch of the same thing. Like this list is like, yeah, this grinds, this grinds, this grinds, this grinds. Like all of your stuff just does the same thing. All of your stuff is just like good, generic, mid-rangey things that do stuff with lands. But it does it in a way that is not necessarily better than what Green White Reclaimer is doing, because you're missing out on the consistency of Philadelphia Skull. And the payoff is not really there. Is it worth for Green White Reclaimer to add a card like Fireworker to fight against Burn? I found Burn to be a bad matchup. Yes, I agree with that. In the past, I have tried Core Fireworker and I have tried Oriok Champion. Oriok Champion is better against the Shadow deck, obviously, but the issue with Oriok Champion is that it's not that good against the red decks, and Oriok Champion just gets completely hosed by the Bone Crusher Giant, and without leaving any value behind, which is pretty rough. But yeah, so if I were to play like a card against specifically the Prowess decks or whatever, I would definitely be looking towards Core Firewalker instead of Oriok Champion. But Champion, again, is better against Shadow. So, you know, take it with a grain of salt. And but yeah, that's gonna be it for me today. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next league, which is gonna be, if you're watching, right about now. Okay. Like and subscribe. See you later. Bye-bye.